Wakey, wakey. Today is Module 2, Week 2 of our, and it's Wednesday. So I just want you guys to write down, how are you? How are you doing? Life in general on your assignment today. After you're done with that, make sure you write down, what do you remember about visualization? We've talked about this on Monday. So what do you remember? Pause right now to fill this out. And then when you're ready, after you fill this out, start it up again. Here's our agenda for the day. What do you know about visualization? Our standard objective. I'm going to model for you. Give me some feedback. And then it's your turn, and I will give you some feedback. So today, we'll be able to visualize this story. It's not really a story, it's a play today, The Miracle of Spring. And I love reading plays. So if you look, our standards this week are writing, vocabulary, reading literature. In your book, my book, I want you to go to page 125, The Miracle of Spring. So we know what visualization is. We know that it is making a picture in your mind. We've gone over this multiple times. And remember, there's also a Jamboard from Monday that you could fill out for 10 points extra credit. And it is rounding the end of the 9 weeks. So grades are due soon. So if you don't like your grade, feel free to fill out that for 10 extra credit points. If you look right here, our success criteria, today we're going to read about a part of the kingdom, because if you can look at this, I see a king right here. He looks kind of upset. And maybe this is a queen. She looks very pretty with all those flowers. So you're going to read a part of the kingdom, and then you are going to describe what the kingdom would look like without spring. And we know spring is a season. So right here in the text box, I want you to talk about which part is going to be the most difficult for you and why. Is it success criteria 1 or success criteria number 2? Okay, so for my model, I want you to watch a couple things before I get started. 1, whenever you see something that's a different color, that means it's a text box and you have to write in it. So you could tell throughout, I have put this is a green text box, which means you have to write in it. That's a different color, you have to write in it. These are different colors. So whenever you see something with a new color, you have to write in it, and it's a text box for you to submit. This whole assignment and all the preceding assignments and assignments after this are worth 50 points. So if you forget a text box, that is minus 5 points, and not really something you want to do. So let's see about this. It says visualize, create a picture in your mind as you read. Directions. Choose a part of the kingdom to describe. Explain your visualization of what this part of the kingdom would look like without spring. So this is with spring, and it looks kind of like a phone. I'm going to describe my visualization, and without spring, we're going to describe it. So read about part of the kingdom. Okay. Kingdom. I'm looking at Act 2, Scene 1, King's bedroom. So let's read about this bedroom. I know I'm in the king's bedroom. King is sleeping. Suddenly, a large downstage window opens. Okay, he has a large window. To me, that means the room is big. He looks around and signals to other members of Mother Nature's court, all except Judge, to enter. Okay, so there's a lot of characters mentioned. So I think this room is very big. I know the king is sleeping, so I visualize them moving quietly. So here's what I'm thinking right here. So I'm going to write it over here. They are moving quietly because the king in the room. So take a moment right here. Where did I get all of this from? Did I just make it up in my head? No, I got it from the text. They carry a bench and witness box, which they set up where it came by the king. Jury sits together, the chairs on the floor, folding chairs and carry them. Okay, so at rise means when the curtain is rising. So we are reading a play. And what are plays meant to do? Yeah, they are meant to be acted out by everyone involved. So this is for the stage crew. There's people who work the stage. There's people who work behind the stage, the spotlight people, the music people, the curtain people. So this is a stage cue for them. And then the person who is the crow is going to say, caw, caw, hear ye, Mother Nature's court is now in session. And this is all in someone's bedroom. This bedroom is huge, guys, and there's a crow in it. Animals are allowed in the bedroom. So there's a crow, there's a judge, there's an eager beaver. All of these are different people who are playing a part in this play, The Miracle of Spring. So, like I said, I'm visualizing this giant room. There's a huge window. There's a whole court in there. This room is huge. Okay, so you are going to read the whole story. So I described a part of the kingdom, the bedroom. And what would it look like without spring? There would be no crow, no court in the king's bedroom. If there was not a spring, there would not be anyone in the king's castle or his giant bedroom. Okay, so when you do it, you're going to read the whole story. What are you going to read? The whole story. So you're going to read the whole story and you're going to describe one part of the kingdom with spring, just like I did, and one part of the kingdom without spring. And this has to be full, okay? And some of you just made your text font bigger. Not cool, okay? So on yours, follow the success criteria. And this is part 1 of our learning today, okay? It's just visualizing and writing down what spring looks like from the play The Miracle of Spring. So now, new learning is a type of figurative language. It's called personification. So what do you know about personification? Please fill this out. Pause right here and fill it out. Okay, so what do we know about personification? Personification is when you give human qualities to an animal or an object. So like the star winked at me. Can stars really wink? No. But that's giving a human quality of winking to something that cannot wink. The car was suffering. Can a car suffer? No, it's a car. It doesn't have feelings. And it needed some TLC. Does it really need TLC? Does it really need care like that? No, we're not going to put a heating pad on a car. So personification is giving human qualities. So let's look right here to the you do. Personification happens when the writer gives human qualities or abilities to an animal or object. The sun smiled at me. Can the sun really smile? Absolutely not. So we're going to read each example of figurative language, type P next to the ones that are examples of personification. So let's do this one together. Spring sprinkled buds on the apple tree. Can spring really sprinkle things? Nope. So that would be personification. Okay? So you need to read through these and put a P next to the ones that are personification. You need to go through and do our critical vocabulary. And if you've already done this, that's okay. This will be on the test. And also, use context clues to figure out which one is the correct answer. And then remember to submit, and if you have any questions, look at our videos for Monday, and I will talk to you guys later.